Hello everyone, it is Monday and depending on which way you look at it is either week 19 day 7 or week 20 day 0 today. We are officially halfway through this pregnancy supposedly. I am just out with my dogs at the moment. I've got two of my dogs with me today, which is Walter and Coco. My dog walks are getting smaller and smaller by the day. I actually did something very scary and exciting yesterday. I sent an email out to all my clients to let them know that I won't be returning to dog walking after maternity because unfortunately no matter which way I look at it, no matter how I try to work it, I'm either not going to be able to afford the childcare costs for nurseries and things like that, or I will have to burden one of our parents with constant childcare, which is just not fair on them in retirement in my opinion, and also in Jason's opinion. And on top of that, trying to bring baby out on dog walks with me is just too high risk, especially if I have very bouncy dogs that tend to jump up me. It's just too high risk of them accidentally catching and scratching baby, while at the same time also running the risk of one of the dogs accidentally nipping baby, or the fact that because I walk for 2 to 3 hours every day, baby then having to sit in a harness or in a car seat and then a harness and then a car seat and then a harness for 3 to 4 hours a day, and then having to stop and take breaks for breastfeeding. Is just, no matter which way we tried to look at it, we couldn't get it to work. So I've had to make the very difficult decision that this is the end of my business. I will be going on maternity just before Christmas. Unfortunately, that will be the end of my dog walking in December, which is very difficult but very exciting to think of, that now I have new opportunities, new excitement, a new life. And it is weird. In a way, closing my dog walking business is one of the ways that I'm saying goodbye to my life pre-baby, accepting this new exciting adventure that I'm about to go on with baby. I'm hoping to be able to turn voice work into a at least part-time income, and then hopefully if this YouTube channel ever gets monetized, then hopefully I'll have some income from this, or if not from my parrots YouTube channel, which won't be a lot, but it's something. It's better than nothing at all. So that is the current plan. We are going to attempt to do voiceover in the new year. Dog's over there being very happy. Yes, we're going to attempt to do voiceover in the new year as a full-time career. I say full-time career, obviously going to be difficult to do while on maternity, but while I'm on maternity I'm not going to have barely any income, so I do need to do a little bit of voice work on the side just to try and top me up anytime baby is napping. And then on top of that, I do also have my YouTube. I'm still learning BSL to try and progress into BSL interpretation and translation. I've had confirmation that I am enrolled on my level 2 course starting in October, which is very exciting. So we've got a lot of things happening at the moment, but it's all positive. We have a new house, we're engaged, we have a baby on the way. I am making progress towards a different career and a different business and a different goal, and then on top of that a long-term career and a long-term goal as well. So good things are happening, good things are taking place. The path that I have laid out, I'm taking one step at a time, and it is going somewhat smoothly at the moment, which is good. And finally, if you notice, it is raining. We have been waiting since March for a rain day like this, and finally it's not heavy, it's actually still very light rain, but it's finally raining. It is finally wet, which is weird because we're in England. This is meant to be one of the wettest countries on the planet because the amount of rainfall we get, and yet this year has been the driest year we have ever had. Since March, I was actually looking back on my videos when the heat wave started. The heat wave started as early as March. Since March, we've had barely any rainfall. We've had maybe a day's worth of rainfall in total over the period of time from March until now, which is very weird. So to finally get some rain, and not a decent amount, but like a proper day's worth of rain, is so refreshing. Good morning everyone, it is officially week 20 day 1. This week your baby is the size of a papaya. Urinary tract infections are more common during pregnancy because of the uterus can obstruct the flow of urine from the bladder. Drinking plenty of water as well as unsweetened cranberry juice, wearing cotton underwear and avoiding tight pants can all prevent a UTI. Now luckily I have not yet had a UTI, however I have noticed that I get extremely dehydrated, like ridiculously dehydrated during the second trimester. I can physically not drink enough water. My urine is always quite dark because of the dehydration, because I physically can't get enough liquid in me. It's like baby is, I'm assuming it's because of the growth of the placenta and the growth of the womb and the amniotic fluid, and it needs more liquid in order to sustain that, I'm assuming. But I physically cannot get enough water down me. I currently drink about 2 litres of water a day. and it's not enough. I really need to up it to like 2.5 because I get so quickly dehydrated right now. So freaking quickly dehydrated. So I was hoping to do some exercise last night because obviously it's Monday, and usually on Mondays in the past I have exercised, and that worked really well for me. It set me up for the rest of the week. However, I ended up finishing work later than anticipated. I went to see my granddad after work like I've been doing every other day. And my dad's finally back from holiday, so I ended up bumping into my dad and had a catch up with him. But because I went to the hospital to see my granddad, I didn't get home until 6. I didn't finish my tea until 7. I still had work to do for my dog walking. And it was very bittersweet yesterday having to delete all my dog walking social media and business profiles, because I'm telling my clients that I won't be coming back after maternity. That was really hard yesterday. But it is true, I will not be able to be returning after pregnancy. After maternity. The way me and Jason looked at it is no matter how much money I tried to earn from my dog walking, we would struggle to be able to afford the childcare costs. Childcare costs are ridiculous, like genuinely ridiculous. They're actually as much, if not more, than our mortgage, which is stupid. So I would literally be going work to pay for someone else to look after my child, because there would be no excess. There would be nothing to go into savings. There would be nothing to go anywhere else. It would all be going towards childcare and bills. And we physically couldn't see the point in that. Like, granted, we do have the option of grandparents. We are fortunate enough to have both grandparents around, but my parents are currently full-time grandparents and currently have my niece and nephew living with them. And Jason's parents, while they are amazing and wonderful, and they probably would have baby 24/7 if we asked them to, I don't want to put that kind of burden on them. They are retired, they have done their adulting, they've done their growing up. They now should have the luxury of being grandparents, of getting to spoil the grandchild and getting to babysit now and again, but not every single day of the week. It's just not fair. It's like, granted, it'd be only the days that me and Jason are in work, but that's still a big burden to put on his parents. And at the end of the day, like I said, they are retired. They're entitled to live their life how they want, and we don't want to put that extra burden, that extra pressure on them and force them to be at home when they could be out enjoying their lives. And same with my parents, we don't want to put that burden of a baby on top of them when they've already got 2 teenagers living with them. And then there was the thought that I could potentially take baby to work with me and walk the dogs with them, but no matter which way we looked at it, it would just be a very hazardous risk to baby. There was a high risk of the dogs jumping up and nipping at their toes or accidentally scratching their skin, and I would not be able to live with myself if that happened. I would lose my temper, and even though it wasn't the dog's fault, I would lose my temper in that situation. I would be furious. I would not be able to handle it. And that's just motherly instincts. That is just motherly instincts. Your mother's instinct tells you to protect your child at all costs. On top of that, I had a word with my midwife about it, and she asked me how long I am in work, and I said on average 6 hours, sometimes 5, sometimes 4, but on average 6. And she was saying that that is just too dangerous and too risky for the baby to be in a walking harness or be in a car seat for that longer period of time. I then also had to consider feeding and nappy changes and how much extra time that would add to my journey. And she said that it's just too risky. It's just too dangerous. You can't have them stuck in a car seat for that amount of time, because it does take me an hour to pick up the dogs and then another hour to drop them all off again, another hour to pick them all up again. And she said, you're looking at having your baby in the car seat for 4 hours a day, which is just too much and it's too dangerous. It can cause problems with their development in their spine and in their back, and being in the harness 24/7, not having that opportunity to stretch and flex is also bad for their development and their back and their body. So no matter which way we looked at it, everything was against us. It's like, no matter how much I want to, I physically can't return to dog walking. Not to mention that if I did return back to dog walking, I would have to build my clients up from scratch, like scratch. I would have a handful of clients that said they would more than happily come back to me. And a few of them have said if I ever just fancy walking the dogs now and again just to say hi and take the dogs out, then I'm more than welcome to. But I think that might be pushing it a bit. But yeah, it's bittersweet. It's literally bittersweet. But in a way, it's also a good thing. It's like, it's heartbreaking for my finances because now I do not have a guaranteed income in any way, shape or form. But it also does mean that I am now really pushing my YouTube channels, or my current 2 YouTube channels. I am looking at starting a 3rd. I know I have mentioned the Quaffle Crochet one in the past, but I don't think I'm ready to start that one just yet. But I am looking at starting a BSL one, or British Sign Language one, just for British Sign Language practice. I did consider putting putting it on this channel, but then it's the wrong type of audience, and that's something you do have to consider with a YouTube channel, is your audience and what they want to watch. And a lot of my audience watch me for fitness and vlogs, and they don't necessarily watch me for sign language. It won't be a channel that I try and monetize. Like, my sign language channel won't be a channel I try to monetize. I won't be teaching on that channel. It'll literally just be for my practice, ready for me to go into interpretation and translation. It'll just be practice, just be little chatty vlogs sort of things, where I talk about my day that day, talk about the weather, talk about what happened at work, things like that. So no different to what I really chat to you guys about, but in sign language instead of in English. But as I was saying before I went on that little tangent, I am now going to be pushing my YouTube a lot more to get it monetized, even if it only earns £10 a month, like my parrot channel. That's better than nothing. That is better than nothing right now. It is more than what I will be earning if I don't push to get it monetized. Right now, every penny counts. Every penny literally counts. And knowing that I've not got a job coming up for maternity or after maternity is a big motivator. And on top of that, I also need to get back into my voiceover. Me and Jason plan on doing my voiceover studio this weekend, so that I actually have somewhere to record again and I can start doing gigs on Fiverr once again. Might not do more than just Fiverr for now while I'm on maternity, and just see how Fiverr goes, because I was earning a good 100+ quid on Fiverr every month when I last did it, which again is better than nothing at all. I just thought I still need to do my taxes. I've not done my taxes yet for last year. I've got till January, still got time. But that's the plan for me for the new year, is to go headfirst into YouTube, really push myself to get caught up more than anything else, because I'm still about, I think I'm about 10 weeks behind now, which isn't bad. I was 3 months behind. I think I'm now about 10 weeks behind. So I'm getting better. I'm getting closer. Probably not quite 10 weeks. Maybe a bit more. I'm not too far behind though, and the videos, because of everything that's been going on, the videos are becoming a lot faster to edit. But yeah, that is where we're up to and what's going on at the minute. Now, today I do actually have a long day in work. I have a long day with the dogs. I may have a chat with you while I'm not walking. I don't know. I can't decide. But I do intend to do some exercise when I get home. I'm not going to go see my granddad tonight, because I've said to my granddad I can't come on the days when I've got more walks. So any day that I've got 3 walks instead of 2, I can't go see him, because it's a lot longer day. It's up to 7-hour days, and then I need to get home and do the behind the scenes admin type stuff, and I need to look after my parrots and stuff like that. So because of that, I am coming straight home after work, and I will have more than enough time to exercise. I just hope baby behaves themselves today, because one thing I did notice when I got home, like if I wanted to, I probably could have exercised last night, but baby was so wriggly last night, like ridiculously wriggly, to the point where it was actually painful. Like not pain, just like a constant ache, a constant pressure in the lower abdomen. And it was difficult to walk, let alone exercise. So I'm hoping they behave themselves tonight and I can get some exercise done tonight instead. But we will see. We will have to wait and see what the fates decide. Anyway, I will leave you with that for this morning. And hopefully we'll catch up with you tonight when we do a bit more exercise. I don't know what happened to my voice then. Phlegm, that's what it is. So I am back home from work now, and I'm exhausted. It's actually nearly 6 o'clock. Pardon me, nearly 6 o'clock. I knew today was going to be a long day. I am currently in the process of making my dinner, because I am starving. I am literally starving. I am so hungry. I've got a headache because I just could not drink enough water today, and I had a lot of water. I was supping on water all day long, and yeah, I still have not been able to actually have enough water. So I am going to have a quick hour-long sit down and eat my tea, have a drink, have more drink, and then get some exercise done once I've finished my food. I've also been to Hobbycraft today, because I can't remember if I actually mentioned this to you guys. As you know, I've been learning crochet and working on a new crochet project, and this is my latest crochet project. At the moment it is just a little square. It's meant to be a scarf. However, I ran out of yarn. That's all that's left of the yarn that I had. So I've actually had to go to Hobbycraft after work today and buy some more yarn. And I've actually had to buy not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 balls of this damn yarn in order to get the scarf to the length that I need it. Because I like long scarves. I really like long scarves. I prefer long scarves. And the fact that I did not realise how small these balls of yarn were is irritating. But it does mean that this is going to be an extra 4 times the length, which is hopefully by that point long enough for me. It should be long enough for me by that point. I should hope. But I am going to look forward to doing a bit of this tonight. Like I said, we're going to get something to eat first, and after we've got something to eat, I am going to do my exercises, or at least do some exercises, and then I am going to have a chill, do some video editing so I can get a video out ready tomorrow, and then to probably do some crochet, carry on with my little project. So I'm just waiting for my food to settle before I start my exercise. I still plan on exercising tonight. But while I'm waiting for my food to settle, I decided to go through my subscribed channels on YouTube, so people I'm subscribed to, and narrow it down a bit because I had quite a lot of Japanese on there, and obviously I'm trying to reduce my Japanese to make way for sign language and stuff like that. Anyway, I noticed while I was actually looking through, I don't have almost any female calisthenics people that I'm subscribed to that I can actually get inspiration from. I'm subscribed to Lucy Lismore, who doesn't really do calisthenics anymore. She still does do calisthenics, but she mostly does like outdoor hiking and stuff. But she does chatty vlogs like I do, so I really enjoy watching her videos because she is very similar to me in that respect, and she has a lot of similarities in her videos. So I really like her videos because she reminds me of my channel, or she is the kind of channel I aspire to be like, which is a mixture of vlogs and fitness. I've also got Paulina Roquette, who is someone who got into calisthenics on a whim and ended up becoming a Gymshark athlete because she got so good at it. All the thing to her, but she doesn't post very often. She only really posts. She used to be really good at posting. She used to post like every month, and now she has like 3 to 4 month breaks in between each post. So she's almost never on YouTube either. So it's like I can't really get many videos from her to give me inspiration these days because there's never anything new. Then if I'm scrolling down, I've got plenty of male like athletes I can actually admire, such as Stan Brownie, Sondre Berg, Movement by David, Mazen Movement is another one, the Tap Brothers, Hybrid Calisthenics, Tom Morrison. Then if I keep on going through, I'm then struggling to find another female. And then you've got Little Big Nank, who again does vloggy type videos as well as her fitness, so I do quite enjoy her videos. But she doesn't do a lot of calisthenics and fitness sort of content. It is mostly day-to-day vlogging, which is fine because again, that is like my content, so I do rather enjoy watching that. Then there's almost no one till you reach Kitty Calisthenics, who by the way is amazing. She's such a very high energy, happy, colourful person, and her videos are brilliant. But she's not uploaded in nearly a year. Then there's Melly, I don't know why I struggle to pronounce that. She's another one who is brilliant. She does a lot of calisthenics tutorials and guides, and I do want to try her beginner calisthenics workout at some point, probably after baby, just in case, because I think it's got a lot of stomach training in it. But again, she is very inconsistent with her posting. She usually posts every 2 to 3 months. Then there's Summer Fun Fitness, who used to be really consistent, and again she is also going through a phase of only posting once every 4 months or so. And that's it. There's Summer Fun Fitness, Maylee, Kitty Calisthenics, Little Big Nank, Paulina Roquette, and Lucy Lismore. They are the only female calisthenics athletes or female calisthenics YouTubers I can actually find on YouTube, and it's really frustrating because I'm trying to find someone who does calisthenics regularly and uploads regularly like I do for me to get inspiration, or not even inspiration, motivation from. Someone who I can feel like I'm doing the journey along with them, or I can watch their videos for suggestions in exercises and things like that. But for some reason, none of these female calisthenics people upload regularly. They upload extremely irregularly. I feel selfish to actually say that, because obviously they've all got lives, they've all got businesses. At the same time, I feel like we're missing that. I feel like we're missing more representation of female calisthenics personalities or female bodyweight movement personalities on YouTube. And no matter how much I try and search, I cannot find more. I'm sure there's more out there. I'm sure there's plenty out there, but for some reason, I cannot find them. I cannot find them at all. I've tried searching female calisthenics, calisthenics woman doing calisthenics, Summer Fun Fitness, and Lucy Lismore and Paulina Roquette are pretty much the only ones that pop up these days. So in a way, it's actually motivating me to become the person I want to see on YouTube. But at the same time, it's irritating because I can't properly become a calisthenics personality, if you will, with baby on the way, because obviously a lot of it takes a lot of stomach strength, and I've been told to be very careful with stomach exercises. But at the same time, I feel like we're missing that kind of female representation on YouTube. We've got so many male calisthenics people. Like, look at, what's his name? Chris Herrer, one of the biggest known calisthenics athletes on YouTube. And even he's only come across, or even he's only mentioned like a handful of female calisthenics people in his videos and says, oh yeah, go check them out on YouTube. You check out their YouTube, they've not uploaded in 2 years. And it's frustrating and it's heartbreaking because you want to see these personalities, you want to see these people, you want to see them to get motivation and inspiration and that belief that you can do it too. And when you can't find them, it's very demotivating, very demotivating. Seeing as I can't run right now, I've already said I'm going to build up my calisthenics again while preparing for baby, and then I want to become the person that I need to see on YouTube. If I can't find the person I'm looking for, if I can't find more female calisthenics athletes to get motivation from and to get that drive to want to keep going and pushing, my only other option is to become the person that I want to see online, become the person that I'm desperate to see online. I don't know if I can become that person. Imposter syndrome quite literally taking place there, but at the same time I feel like I need to become that person. There's lots of people on Instagram, there's lots of people on TikTok. For some reason I struggle to find anyone that does calisthenics videos that's female and not already looking fit on YouTube. So that's my goal, as well as baby and making sure baby is healthy and happy and doing my best to make sure that this pregnancy goes well. My current goal is to become the person that I am trying to see on YouTube, to become the person that I want to see, become the person that I feel is missing, become the person that I needed right now, and become the person that I needed to be in the past. We're going to do it. We are going to become the calisthenics person that I need to see. We're going to become the calisthenics person that I need to be visible in my life. And hopefully, who knows, I might inspire a few people on the way. So unfortunately, that means there's another name change coming to the channel, and this will be the final name change. I still haven't decided what that name change is going to be, but it will be soon. It's probably already happened by the time this video comes out, considering how far behind I am. Maybe the calisthenics mum. Maybe, I don't know, something to do with calisthenics. Bodyweight mum, the movement mum, who knows? Might not even be mum. Maybe it's something else. But there will be a name change. It's probably already happened, but that's why. Because I need to become the person. I want to become the person that I cannot find on YouTube. However, if anyone knows of any other calisthenics, fitness, female influencers or calisthenics female channels on YouTube that I've not mentioned, please mention them in the comments below, because we need to get more names out there. We need more female we need more middle-aged. Wow, it feels bad to say that, but I am nearly 40. I'm 3 years off 40 now. Please, if you know of any other female calisthenics YouTube channels, mention them in the comments below. We really, really, really need more female calisthenics channels on this platform. So it's now 8 o'clock at night, and I'll be honest, I'm tired, I've got a headache, and I need a shower, and I need to do some video editing, but I also need to do some training. Between the last clip and now, I have actually decided to change my name, or to change my YouTube name, because again, I want to be the person that I'm not seeing on YouTube, or I want to become the person that I'm not seeing on YouTube. I want to be part of that representation and try and encourage others to become that representation. I've decided, seeing as I am going to be a mum in January, and seeing as I am getting into calisthenics as a very, 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 very young beginner, a beginner nonetheless with very little upper body strength, and I want to see more, not just females, but middle-aged females on this platform and trying something new and trying something they didn't think they'd be capable of. I decided to change my name to the Calisthenics Mum, which has a nice little ring to it. Kind of like it, it's a bit catchy. And I'm surprised no one else has that title. Like, I've checked YouTube, I've checked Instagram, I've checked TikTok. There's a calisthenics mom, like American version, but there's not a calisthenics mum. So
I'm decided to be everyone's calisthenics mum. Hopefully it will encourage me to do a bit more calisthenics too. But baby is having a quiet moment in my belly right now, and they are sitting in a very awkward position. So I am not going to bother with the Tom Morrison's training today, because that's going to require quite a lot of movement that's going to be a bit uncomfortable with position the baby's in. So instead, I am going to do a quick warm-up, do my basic calisthenics training, possibly do some stretches, because I do need to do some stretches to help open up my pelvic area. So we are going to do that tonight, because at least then I've done something, because something is better than nothing. And there we go, I am done for the night. I have done my exercises. I'm feeling good. It's my first exercise set of week 20, which is very exciting. It's actually just nice to get back into the routine of calisthenics and just have that as my goal. Not panicking about my running and the fact that I'm struggling to run because of pregnancy belly. I have tried several times and just the weight and the bounce of the bump is just, it's too painful on the groin. I can't do it. I've tried. I've tried so hard. But calisthenics is something that I am feeling comfortable with. It's like I'm very much a beginner. Like I am back at the very basics doing blooming, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it, but where you're not doing the actual push part, you're doing the downwards part and using resistance. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm doing that with my chin-ups and I'm doing that with my press-ups in the hope that I can get up to a strong enough level to actually do them again. Hopefully before baby's born, but we'll see. But the main goal is that when baby does eventually arrive and I lose all my baby weight, by baby weight I mean the excess weight of the baby and the water and the placenta and all the extra blood and everything pumping through me. I am not referring to the excess body fat on my body because that is required for sustaining myself during breastfeeding and also to sustain baby. So before anyone goes on about like losing the baby weight, I am on about the actual baby weight, not the excess that my body needs in order to produce milk in the first place and to keep baby alive and to keep warm and keep baby safe. Not on about my excess body fat, don't give a damn about my excess body fat. I am on about the actual baby weight, so the baby itself, the water placenta and everything else, which weighs about 7 to 6 kilograms on its own. I am hoping that once I've actually gave birth to my baby, I will already have a foundational level of strength to then work on, which that is the main goal. Is like, I'm not expecting to do any calisthenics tricks or skills before baby is born, but the hope is to try and build the strength to have then a foundation to work with once baby arrives. And that is where we're starting. We are officially now the calisthenics mum, which is exciting. And as I said, the name changed months ago for you guys, although whether or not you've noticed is another matter, I don't know. But this is the start of the future. I am determined to be a fit and healthy 40-odd-year-old. I've still got 3 years. I've got 3 years till I'm in my 40s. But obviously 2 of those years are going to be running around after a child. Another one of those years are going to be spent mostly pregnant. And who knows, by the time I'm 40, I might even have a second one on the way. We have no idea. But I am hoping that by the time I am in my 40s, I have got a good foundational strength and I can start working on my handstands and my L-sits and who knows what other calisthenic skills in the future. Here we are again, going back down the calisthenics route, and I think I'm going to stick with the calisthenics route because as much as I love running, 5k is pretty much my maximum before my ankles and my calves start giving out. Whereas calisthenics, I feel like so long as you keep going with it and slowly building up strength, the possibilities are endless. Running, you do have to have some level of genetics and it does take a lot of time and skill and practice and cardio and build up. And you do need running in calisthenics for the cardio aspect of it. So I still need to do running as part of my training after baby is born and probably starting up from scratch again. But for now, the whole goal is to build up a foundational level for my calisthenics to start once I actually give birth to my new little one. There's now 3 days left before we find out if it's a boy or a girl, which is very exciting and we're very nervous but very excited. But right now I need to go get a shower and then spend about an hour video editing before bed in the hope of getting this video out by tomorrow, or this next video out by tomorrow, which is the video before my reveal that I'm actually pregnant.